I haven't talked about it a lot recently because, well, frankly, it just pisses me off the amount of BS that's surrounding the insurrection or the breach, the riot, the Capitol riot, that thing, the thing. When all these good old boys and a couple of dumb old black guys ran into the U.S. Capitol because they were pissed because Donald Trump was no longer going to be sitting in the Oval Office playing golf. Because they took their ass up inside the Capitol. Some smeared feces on the walls. Some beat cops with sticks and iron rods and flag poles. Some sprayed bear mace. A couple cops lost their lives. One demonstrator, insurrector, rioter, whatever you want to call them, lost her life. And now people are saying it's time to move on. Yeah, this is time to move on. You know what? It's all a bunch of nonsense, all of it. The people that are denying it and the people that pretend that they're so upset about it, they're going to give a pass to the Democrats who are not doing shit about it. And it could happen again, and it might. I think it definitely will happen again because now precedence has been set. I say all that to say they finally brought someone to justice where the first trial has begun, and they got a conviction out of this. And I saw the clip, and it's appalling what they did. Remember, this person was a part of, at the very least, an illegal entry into a government facility. At the very least. Along with a mob of motherfuckers who ran into the U.S. Capitol. If a bunch of black guys or black women enter a beauty salon after hours, they're looking at more time than they gave this person. Her name is Anna Morgan-Lloyd, by the way. There she is. U.S. Capitol riots, first offended sentence, avoids jail. Folks, I shit you not. They didn't get this woman jail because they felt sorry for her. They felt sorry for her ass. Because she's a 49-year-old grandma who didn't know what was going on. And I came down here with my hairdresser and they were going in. So I went in after they had already went in. And I just looked around, A federal judge sends a Capitol rioter to probation, not prison time, after she made an emotional apology to the American people for doing this, she stated, for participating in a savage display of violence. Now, folks, there's some people that contend that this is a good thing, that this is empathetic. This is what we should do. We should look at the gradations, the different variations of an infraction. There's a difference between Miss Anna and, say, someone who used one of those flag poles and beat cops upside the head, or the people that initially made the breach on the Capitol who actually busted out windows, or people that carried pepper spray, or people that carried around zip ties, or people that did a myriad of things like smeared their feces on the walls, or broke into Nancy Pelosi's office and took a dump, or stole paperwork, or did all the things, all the crazy, not crazy, because crazy is dismissive, not dismissive, don't dismiss this. All of the illegal shit they did. She will spend no time in prison after pleading guilty to a single misdemeanor charge of parading, demonstrating, or picketing in the Capitol building. It's almost as if they want us to believe that she didn't know what was going on in the Capitol building. Like, she showed up and she was like, oh, the doors are open. I guess I'll just go in and walk around this motherfucker. I'll just go in to see what's happening. Let's go check it out. I'm here in town. I'm from Indiana, and I'm stupid. I don't know that these people are not supposed to be in here. Oh, I don't know what's going on. Oh, is that a Nancy Pelosi's offered desk occurring that? Wow, what's happening? That's the type of nonsense they want us to think that this lady didn't know what was happening. That she's totally aloof, that her ass should not be in the Capitol. That she didn't see the mobs outside. That she didn't see cops. She didn't see people running. She walks into a place that's obviously under siege. And the judge lets her off because she's an old white lady. She's not even that old. As if she didn't know where she was. And I'm supposed to give her a pass and not call out the obvious hypocrisy of what they would have done if it was Tim Black and a couple of his friends, or if that was Mrs. Black. Huh? Like they would be like, oh, well, she didn't know, she had no idea. If Donald Trump, if things would have been reversed, and it would have been the fucking, I don't know, Black Lives Matter, storming the Capitol because they got mad because Trump got reelected, would people be getting probation because they're older people? We're not talking 80, 90 years old. We're talking in the 49 years old. As if she's not aware of what she's doing. Anyway, I can go on and on. Hey, listen to the judge. The judge says, I don't want to create the impression that probation is the automatic outcome here, because it's not going to be. Hey, Judge, what's the judge's name? Judge Lamberth. You just gave that impression because you just made it the automatic outcome here. You just did it. You just gave her a pass. 3 years of probation sucks. I gotta imagine. But if we're gonna have to sit through this shit, we've been sitting through it for a while, talking about how horrible this was. Either you're lying or all the corporate media is lying. Somebody's fucking lying. Even Donald Trump said,
I would like to begin by addressing the heinous attack on the United States Capitol. Like all Americans, I am outraged by the violence, lawlessness, and mayhem. I immediately deployed the National Guard and federal law enforcement to secure the building and expel the intruders. America is and must always be a nation of law and order. The demonstrators who infiltrated the Capitol have defiled the seat of American democracy. To those who engaged in the acts of violence and destruction, you do not represent our country. And to those who broke the law, you will pay.
And when it goes to court and it's all said and done, it's 3 years probation, a $500 fine, and you got to walk around and pick up some trash for a couple of days. While Morgan-Lloyd faced a maximum potential sentence of 6 months in prison, the judge said he did not think it was appropriate for him to pose a harsher sentence than federal prosecutors had requested. That's the kicker. The federal prosecutors didn't even ask for more time. You understand what I'm saying? It's all been a game. It's all been smoke and mirrors. Of course, there's going to be some good old boys that get a hit on the hands pretty hard. Yeah, there's going to be some good old boys that get hit on the hands so hard they ain't going to be able to use their hands for a while. I understand that, but what I'm saying is either it was an insurrection, either it was breaking into a federal building, or it wasn't. If it wasn't, fine. Rewind time and give me back all the time in my life that I've wasted on this damn story. But if it is, her ass don't get to just skip off and tell me about how, oh, now it's just and fair. There's somebody on the Black News Channel was like, this is just and fair. This is how it should be done. Here's the problem. You don't get to say, hey, treat us like this. It's okay because there should be this. No. They're not going to treat us like this. And we need to push back when it's obvious hypocrisy, because they're locking up. Someone right now is going to jail who's black for far less than this shit. So you don't get I don't like us playing nice when they never play fucking nice. It's so democratic to play nice when no one's playing nice with you. No one's pulling punches on black kids whose brains aren't even formed, who do less crime than this lady did, and end up with 5 times the time, who end up actually doing time. They prosecuting 12 and 13-year-olds out this motherfucker, and you get this 49-year-old nothing because she's 49-year-old white lady. And then you say, oh, and this is all of this is on the backdrop of them doing their best to demolish any talk about racism in America. Meanwhile, they're openly practicing racism blatantly, bluntly, in your damn face every day in our judicial system. But if you talk about it and you're a teacher, you can lose your job. If that isn't America in a nutshell, what is? The great hypocrisy. The United Hypocritical States of America.
Most news shows are suspect. They don't focus on Black issues, and when they do, it's all fluff. How does that help your life? How does that help your family? How does that help the culture? They don't. The Tim Black Show is different. Tim Black gives you news for people who can't stand the news. Real, authentic, researched, entertaining, on point. Don't let nobody take your cornbread. Visit www.timblacktv.com today. Get Black breaking news, politics, culture from someone you can trust. TimBlackTV.com. Join us today.